Welcome back. I don't know what's going on with now it wanna show up. Ain't that some stuff? I say I don't know what's wrong with YouTube. But now it wanna show up. And I'm gonna have to click off of it. Okay. Got a couple of videos. I need to upload the rest of these. Anyways, welcome back. Thanks for entertaining me for that 1 minute and 1 second. Um, so it's just something that has kept coming up and popping up on my timeline, or I'm seeing it on TV. And my husband made a good point. Because, some circumstances, I'm looking at it like, okay, see now, I would have to fight, or we would be beefing, or this, I would just not be friends. But my husband has made a good point. And I know you're probably like, what are you even talking about? But you're going to know when I tell you what my husband's point was. He said, what are their definition of a friend? What is their definition of a friend? What does friend mean to them? Because friend can mean something different to each and every one of us. Whereas somebody looks at somebody like an acquaintance, somebody could call a friend. Right now, you just had two different thoughts. And somebody else who's listening has had two different thoughts. And they might not have been the same as yours, right? When they thought of friend, they thought of something. When they thought of acquaintance, they thought of something. So he made a really good point. And an even better point is, or question I guess I could pose is, are we communicating what a friend or friendship means to us or to you? Are you telling them this is who I am as a friend and who I want in return as a friend, who I expect you to be? Not to say that they have to be who you want them to be, but then they also have to tell you, well, this is who I am as a friend and this is what I need. And can you both align in that, in y'all viewpoints of what a friend is? If not, then okay, you're not equally yoked and there's no reason to be friends. If you can, then you're in a position where you're equally yoked and you continue on with your friendship relationship, building and progressing on that, right? Now, I've been in situations where, usually I feel like I try to make it very clear of what I expect as a friend and what I give as a friend, verbally and just physically, how I show up for my friends, how I'm there for my friends. Um, I'm a high believer in reciprocity. And the crazy thing is, I think a lot of people are, but they're not. So people want people to do good to them, but a lot of people don't want to, give it back, or they may not know how to or be equipped to give it back, which is okay. But then you have to be in a position where I'm not in this position to give you what you need or what you're expecting. Just like any relationship, I'm not in a position to give you what you need or what you're expecting. So I can't do that for you. I can't give you that. My lips is dry. My drink is cold. Can I pause this? Probably can't. I think I tried to pause it last time and it didn't work. For some odd reason, I can't pause. But whatever, y'all can pause. 1 second. I'm sorry. I'll be right back. I promise. Oh, my bad. I don't know how long I was gone, but hopefully you stuck around. But hold on. I'm trifling. That's trifling, Kristen. Okay. I should have did all this before I came out here, and I still didn't bring no roller paper towels. Dang nabbit. What happened to my other roll? Oh, gotta reorganize, reorganize. Kids and brought his. That's where his camera at out here. Why he didn't brought his camera outside? Dang nap children. They say have children. They're a blessing. They say they are. Okay. Anyways, no more BS. And back to my story. So even with I don't even know what I was saying for real. Look at me. I didn't blink now. Friends. Okay. I was saying something about, I think I did the little spiel about me saying friends, what I want. But, okay. Even if I didn't, um, or we didn't have this conversation, in the beginning, when there's a disconnect, why aren't we having this conversation? Why are we so quick to, I don't know. We like okay, so we have people who cut people off. We have people who want to fight their friends. Um, all types of weird stuff. I don't know. It's just weird energy, and I just be so confused. Like, so I don't. I try not to watch Ratchet TV, but I do watch Ratchet TV to sometimes to escape the real world, cause that shit Ratchet TV be just unreal and unnecessary. So I definitely don't watch it, but occasionally I do. So, anyways, there's this show I watched, and the girl was supposedly from one girl's perspective. She was friends with the other girl, and from that girl's perspective, she wasn't really friends with the first girl. So it was more so one sided friendship per one lady's viewpoint, right? Well, nonetheless, girl A has a man that she was seeing that is now married to girl B. Hey, whatever. Now, the girl's plight was girl A, well, girl B, you are my friend. That's a betrayal. Why would you even? And then, well, okay, well, even if you weren't my friend, you were my boss, producer, whatever. Why would you mess with my man or ex or whatever? So, girl B says, hey, it wasn't like that with us. I wasn't your friend. Like, I didn't see it like that. So, nobody in that conversation, while one person is in their mind building what they think is a friendship. They're telling personal business, they're maneuvering certain ways with this person, thinking they're building something outside of a work situation. And while the other person is thinking, well, this is just part of work, whatever, Like, I'm not really, I'm here to do a job. Basically. And then now they are having this conversation about, oh, well, this is the realization that, well, one thinks is they were the friend, and one thinks it was never a friendship to begin with. What is your definition? Just ponder. What is your definition of a friend? What does a friend mean to you? Like, is a friend somebody that you can call all the time? Is a friend somebody that you can, you hang out with all the time? Is a friend there when you need them the most? Is a friend there to talk you off the ledge? Is a friend there to give you money? Is a friend there to be the godparents to your kids? What is a friend to you? Is a friend somebody who constantly answers and is around and available? Is a friend somebody who, can go a couple of days, weeks, months without talking to you and it's all good? Like, what denotes a friend? The amount of length of time that you've known each other, the situations or the ups and downs. Like, what is it? What does friend mean to you? Have you ever thought about what friend means to you? Like, just from a logical standpoint, have you thought about, well, what's a friend to me? What am I looking for when I get into these platonic relationships with these people? What exactly am I looking for to happen, right? What type of relationship? What am I looking to get back? If I'm giving this, am I looking to get this back? Because most of the time, we want things, but we're not giving those things, right? What are you willing to give? What are you, like, realistically able to give? Some things are just literally out of your scope of support. And that's okay. That's nothing against you. Some things you may not be in a healed place to give that. You may not be financially equipped to be that type of friend. You might not be mentally equipped. You might not be in a place where you're at peace enough to be that type of friend. Maybe um, maybe because you aren't in a place of peace like that. You are that type of friend, right? So, have you thought about what type of friend that you could be for people, right? What type of friend that you're looking for. And then when you come into these situations, are you actively having these conversations? I'm going to say 9 times out of 10, we're not. We're assuming that people are like us. And to be honest, what is like us, right? Because we're multifaceted people. We and people love to say I'm this, I'm that, but all of us have our good side, our bad side, our north, our south, right? Our up, our down. That's human nature. So sometimes it's not even necessarily that your bad doesn't mesh well with other people. It's that your good doesn't mesh well with other people. Um, we got to be willing to be open and have open communication. Not and definitely because I know we're not having it with platonic relationships, um, just because of the situations I've been in. Like I know it's not happening. I see people not having the conversation and like completely dismissing their female friend of so many years or from childhood or from this or that because of something they think, oh, I'm gonna get you because I know that was you. When I tell you, if I think it flew over my daggone head, and lucky so Didn't see it till it was right there. As long as it wasn't no spider. Um, I know we're not having these conversations because of my past experience. I'm watching, I'm like my literal past experience, me also watching and being an observer of other people's experience, whether young adult in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. Yes, I witnessed this in with adults in their 60s. So I know it's not happening because we're not we're not having these conversations with relationships. We're not having these conversations with people we're willing to give our bodies to and lay down with and figure out if they're a even match with us and if we're equally yoked. And that's where things kind of fall apart. Well, it may look good, it may feel good. We can go party, we can go hang. Hey girl, hey boy, hey this, hey that, and then it's gonna get to a place where you're like, hey, this ain't right. This don't feel right. Or they said this, or they did this, or they maneuvered this way, or they did this way. Or you find out something about somebody, like how they just maneuver in general, like during different phases of their life. We know we all go through different things in life, and we all maneuver differently. Some people retreat, some people go out and do different things and get into different things. Not none of my business, but um, I think everybody's just looking for the solution to whatever that life issue is. And sometimes we learn about our friends or people we think are friends in those type of situations. It is nothing against them, it is nothing against you, but these are things that we definitely should be addressing beforehand. Yes, beforehand, but also things that we should be addressing um, when they come up, because life happens. We don't necessarily know the different situations that are going to come up and our feelings about certain things. So just being open and honest and understanding if it truly is a friendship, if that's what y'all came to the conclusion is, and having the dialogue to work things out and talk things over without letting friendship be a waste. Some things are just unforgivable. I will admit, some things can be forgiven, just depending on who you are. While I think certain things are unforgivable in a friendship dynamic, I have forgiven other things that people might think is unforgivable in their dynamic. And that's on them, that's on me, to each his own. But I honestly think if communication happened a lot more and people were more open and willing to say, hey, I don't like my friends to, like, once again, this Ratchet TV. So, who is it? Carly from Love and Hip Hop. Somebody, was it Bambi or whatever? She called or hit up Carly's man to plan a birthday to see if he was doing something because she was gonna plan. Now, you should know your friends if that's your friend, right? And to me personally, if I have friends, I don't I trust you to hit up my man without being on some slick and shady stuff. Now, granted, I've had friends do slick and shady stuff. I mean, it is what it is. That's life. But if you're currently in my sight, like, circle, because at this point, let's be real, Carly, you've been through life. You've experienced things. You have a grown daughter who going through life. Like, you've experienced things. You know how to read character, even though you play a character. So if Shorty was really an issue or would be a problem to your marriage, right? Then why is she in your circle? Because I'm not going to have anybody around. Whereas I feel like they will be an issue to my marriage. But then that also reflects on my marriage because I also would have to look at my husband because the only way she could be an issue is if my husband were to make it an issue. So if I trust my husband enough to, then I shouldn't have no worries now. If it's on something where Shorty a J.O. and she's on some I don't care, I'ma try my hand, then that's a different story. She definitely shouldn't be in the circle. Like, what? But it's the thing because we all give people the benefit of the doubt and try our chances with people. I've done it. It happens. Sometimes you get played though, right? You learn your lesson not to do that again once you know people. You see people for who they are. They are who they are. Trust that, right? Trust it. Trust people for who they are. Now, she's freaks out. Carly, we're going back to Carly and Bambi. She's mad because Bambi contacted about the birthday. She's going off. All right. All right. So if the conversation was only about the birthday, what is the true issue? Because you don't want no friend contacting your man. All right, well, pause. Did you explain that to your friends in the beginning of your friendship? Like my friend, no key, no key, no lie. She was like, when she got married, hey, I got married. Look, this is the changes. Nobody can contact me after this certain time. Nobody can do this. Da, 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 da. Cool. Like it was even. I'm just like I'm such a flowy person regardless. Like I'm the a real true friend. Like when I say that I none of that shit phases me, so I'm gonna go along with whatever because I'm your friend. Like that's the type of shit I'm on. So, anyways, she was like, "You can't. Nobody can contact me after this certain time. This, and this, whatever." She had rules and regulations. Girl, I love it. Like, set your boundaries. I am here for it. I respect it. And when she changed up her boundaries, okay, I'm here for it. I respect it. Like, if you're a friend and you're expressing your needs to your friend and they respect it, come on. If they don't, cut it loose. Like there were situations where I'm like, all right, well, I don't want to gossip about people. I don't want to talk down when okay, I know we talk about a situation, but then it veers off into talking about people. I think that's a little too much. Like I don't really want to. I'm not indulging in this conversation. I'm good on this. I'm good. Like I'm gonna have to back away from you because I understand you like to gossip a lot. So because you like to gossip, right? I'm gonna have to let you go because I can't. I'm not gonna sit here and gossip all the time. And I'm not gossip all the time. I'll hear your situation. I'll hear how you feel about the situation, and your facts of the situation, because we know there's always their side, the full side. So I'm willing to listen. I'm willing to hear that out. But if it's just a constant bash session, I don't want to hear it. I don't necessarily want to hear like, all right, even with my own situation, like I stop myself like, all right, well, what's the solution? How? Because this gets old, right? Um, why aren't we having these conversations? If you're feeling some type of way, you feel like you're being shaded, slighted. Why aren't we having these conversations? Um, I had it was a couple of situations where people just I don't know people take me the wrong way all the time, and I do feel bad about it, but I don't feel bad about it because I know I'm genuine, and it's just like you're not giving me a chance, and you have this made up ideology or concept or viewpoint of me that you just don't want to let go of, and that's fine. But that's not me, so I don't have to wear that. So I don't get mad at people's opinions or what they think because that is like unnecessary. So bored, he's bored. I'm interrupting my video because my husband is super bored. Oh, you can't be nosy. I was talking about friends, and I was talking about what you. I started a video by saying how you was saying well, what's people's definition of friends and stuff. So that's all. I'm about 30 minutes in. I'm about to stop for the video in a second. But yeah, I mean that's why I turned off the heater. But yeah, misconceptions, assumptions, um, miscommunications, all are big major factors. And if you aren't willing to talk, willing to express that, it's not going to move forward. Same thing in a relationship, a sexual relationship, because these are relationships. These are platonic relationships. Maybe y'all not really thinking about it in that aspect, but your friendships are relationships. You have some sort of relation with them. What's your relation? What are you relating on? That's all. Find your common ground. If you guys have the same boundaries, if you have certain different boundaries that you both need to learn how to work with, or say, yeah, I can't deal with that, uh, I'm not going to do that. As you would a sexual relationship. And I keep saying that because y'all aren't vetting either. So let's do better. Okay? All right. I see too much stuff just from ratchet TV, ratchet social media, stuff I don't even want to be privy to that just pops up and just goes in my algorithm. Like, and I skip it and it still swings back around. Like, I don't, and this be stuff from people I know too. So I can't even, I can't even act like this is strangers. This is people on my friends list. I just, I mean, come on. We gotta do better. We gotta do better. A little discernment, a little self reflecting, self focused, self redirecting, you know, that starts the process. That actually helps. Because once you realize who you are and what you want and what you allow, what you don't want to allow, what you're willing to give, what you're able to give, because those are two different things. What you're able to give and what you're willing to give are two different things. Once you realize that, then you will have the opportunity to then vet other people and figure out, okay, well, they can do this, they're able to bring this to my table, I'm able to bring this to their table. Damn you, bug. All right, anyways, that's that's it. That's all. What's your definition of a friend? What's their definition of a friend? Because you just might be meaning two different things. You know? That's all I got for you. That's it. That's all. I mean, saying it sounded like common sense, but once again, we know common sense ain't common. That's why we still looking. And we gonna keep looking till we find it. All right, y'all.